encourage you to think about that on this day as well. Hey, we're having a great time in Chattanooga. We're here yesterday spending some time checking out the growth and the various opportunities in Chattanooga. Tonight, we're going to have a great time. My son Ryan, as you've heard me talk before, is a soccer player, and couldn't think of a better way to help celebrate his 14th birthday than give him a little taste of real big-time soccer, which was just down the road at the Chattanooga Football Club, where they've kicked off an inaugural season of semi-pro, pro minor league soccer that has been blowing the top off of minor league soccer in this country, as they've got an international team with international flavor and packing Finley Stadium, where the UT Mocs normally play the other kind of football instead of football, and yet they've taken Chattanooga by storm. And the chief cheerleader and promoter of the committee of thousands that has made Chattanooga football successful is Krue Brock. And Krue, good to have you with us today.
Glad to be here, Steve. Thanks for having me.
This is a success story of not only soccer, but also how, again, at a time in a recession and in a time of tough economic concerns, you guys have really gone outside the box and not only done something people going, what are they thinking? But now has everybody going, well, I guess they were thinking the right thing, as you've had an inordinately successful first season by doing it the right way, making it fun, making it family friendly. And what's the secret?
Well, there are a whole lot of things that have come together to make this really, really fun. It's been a blast. You wouldn't believe it. We sat down in just the beginning of the year with a group of friends, started dreaming about this idea. So it's not been long. And when we committed to doing it early January, everybody called everybody and said, look, everybody's going to have to throw in their best, what they got, who you know, how to do it. And in light of that, I think it's made it as broad as you can get. And I think everybody has really benefited as a product of it. The fun thing is that I think we've realized, especially this younger crowd, if you use some of the technology, social tools we have, like Facebook and Twitter, that people get the word out and they get excited about telling their own friends. And so it's a whole different way of communicating and building the excitement. And then secondly, this is the world sport. It's the biggest sport played anywhere in the world. And so we've said, let's make sure that this is a tool we use to bring the international community, invite internationals to Chattanooga, and then invite the internationals who do live here to come watch and cheer, and actually sometimes teach us how to enjoy sport. So it's really funny when you're at a game, you'll see people. A lot of times somebody says, oh, I'd like to meet somebody from Guatemala or from Slovakia or from Kenya. Well, come watch a football game. Come watch a soccer game, and you'll see an amazing.
And they're not just on the field, as you point out. They're in the stands. They're cheering, and they're really kind of bringing Chattanooga again together in a way that mixes a lot of different people from different backgrounds that kind of bring out the best, which is what we've been talking about the last couple of days down here. Is that unique blend that Chattanooga's been able to put together that is making downtown vibrant, bringing international companies like Volkswagen to town. And it really is this combination of people who really, in some cases, don't have a financial dog in the hunt, but say, hey, this is good for our community, so we're going to be a part of it. And I've got some good ideas about how we can promote the football club as well. And they just kind of bring that to the table, and it's been successful. We were talking just a few moments ago that as folks are looking at their own business, whether it's soccer or anything else, getting the ability to kind of think outside the box and say, well, just because this is how everybody's always done it, isn't what's necessarily going to work in a changing environment, changing economic times. And you all have really brought, so whether it's soccer or any other business, using the social networking tools, using that, hey, why don't we try it this way attitude of let's try something new is really what's working for you guys. It could apply to any host of businesses.
Absolutely. One of the best things right off the get-go is the Community Foundation of Greater Chattanooga allowed us to set up shop there. So to be, to begin with an organization that was not for profit, kind of has the value of we want Chattanooga to be better. And so what are the things that we need to do here to make Chattanooga better? And that right there set the spirit for the tone, I guess, for the whole season. And everybody's really responded to that.
Now I know that the folks in the minor league soccer business have been watching, going, okay, how are you guys attracting 1,800 people per average? I mean, if you draw the 4,000 or 5,000 you're hoping for tonight, you're going to blow the top off the attendance, and everybody else in this business is going, okay, how are you guys doing that? I mean, they're wanting to come and kind of go to school on you guys.
Well, it's been interesting to watch, and some of it really has surprised us, to be honest. The National Premier Soccer League, which we're a part of, has had some expectations on how many people would come, and we've more than quadrupled that. And they're even saying, what are you doing? And we're not, to be honest, we're still trying to figure out.
Plus, part of it's facility. I mean, you're here at this fabulous facility, the Max Finley Stadium, where UT Chattanooga plays their football games. I know that my own son Patrick's been here playing lacrosse games against Macaulay, so it's a great facility whereas a lot of these programs are playing at some high school soccer field.
Absolutely. Well, the timing of a couple of things was huge. One, Frank Burke and now Mayor Eckstein at Findlay have really welcomed us and hosted us and set us up for success. Secondly, Volkswagen coming to town. They're a company that gets soccer better than any company, or not any company, but they're one of the best.
Well, they're also sponsors of DC United, which is a little soccer team that does get some attention from time to time.
Right.
So the affinity or the alliance that may ultimately end up to maybe getting a DC United team to come play here at Findlay Stadium certainly is enhanced by Volkswagen's involvement.
We're ready for them.
And there's those VWs on your jerseys that I think started with a local dealer, but it sure makes it easier for Volkswagen to visualize. Hey, we can just keep that VW logo right there on the jersey.
Well, and it's at both ends. The local dealership and the corporate VW were a part of that. Very excited to see what happened and and now that we're communicating about, what do we do now? What's the next step? How do we steward what we've got, what we've built?
How much of this is a part of the fact that we've got, soccer has become a big sport among young athletes. It's increasingly, your better athletes are sticking with it in high school and in college. So you got all these folks that have been introduced to soccer that are still wanting to see good soccer players play. You got the young players, you got the soccer moms and the families. How much of that is pulling your audience? And again, with the affordable tickets and the fun, that's got to be a big part of the success.
It is a big part. I'm like you. My sons are junior and senior in high school. They've basically, I've grown up with them playing soccer, and they've reached what we had to offer. And so, as a dad and as a community, we said, well, we need to raise the bar a little bit so these guys can see the next level, the next step. And I've watched them several times say, this is definitely something to shoot for. It makes them want to work harder, be more disciplined, all those things that you want to see in the community.
And know what they have to do, how hard you have to play at that next level.
But when you go out there, you'll see some soccer nuts, you'll see some just good Chattanooga supporters who want to see, good gathering, and you'll see the international community. It really is an amazing group. It's a great gathering.
We're looking forward to it this evening. Ryan and one of his soccer buddies have joined us. They're going to actually be, I think, ball boys out there. So one of the first things that they said is, we saw a YouTube where one of the ball boys kicked a goal. It's like, and that's not going to be you.
Right.
We're not even going to have any cameras to take YouTube videos, so don't be aspiring to anything. But seeing the size and the athleticism of these guys, I think, close up, it's kind of like going to a Predators game in Nashville. When you see these guys on the ice, you really appreciate the athleticism. You see it up close and personal. And this stadium allows people to see big-time soccer up close and personal and see this is what I got to do to be moved to that next level.
Absolutely. What's so fun is there's a mixture out there of a couple of local heroes who've grown up here, played soccer here, and to see the guys you want to see that you've known. And then there's some guys who have traveled, from outer most parts of the world, to be honest. We have a player from Kenya and a player from Jamaica and a player from Belarus to come play. There's, it's that thing both and. It's very exciting to see someone and then someone, I want to meet that guy.
Right there. To see it up close and personal. And again, affordable price, $5. $5 a ticket, so you get in, and it's going to be a big night. Got fireworks going on downtown in Chattanooga. Got a pop concert, soccer. It's all going to be cranking up. We're happy to be a part of it.
If people do want to see the fireworks downtown, we're going to have some shuttles here from the game. So if you're worried about parking, we'll try to get you down there.
Park here, watch the game, get down there, and then get back in. Your car's going to be safe and secure right here at Findlay Stadium. We're going to be here. Encourage folks, WPLZ territory, 95.3 FM. 7 o'clock is the soccer game. Get here a little bit early. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a beautiful night, man. It's just absolutely spectacular. And if you're kind of anywhere in this territory, come out and join the crowd, have some fun, and be looking for us. We're going to be out as being a part of the effort, and really appreciate the hospitality you guys have shown for us. We'll look forward to coming back.
Glad to have you.
Brock is a good buddy of mine, part of the Brock family. Bill Brock, I know all the Brocks, and Krue Brock, just another in the massive, like 20,000 Brocks or something.
There are a lot of us.
We appreciate your hospitality. Again, it's the Chattanooga Football Club, and we'll talk more about it. 800-688-9522. The other big news of the day, Sarah Palin decides that she's going to step aside as governor of Alaska. We'll finish up here in Chattanooga on this July 4th edition with your calls and comments. What do you think? Did she make the right choice? Was that the right idea? In fact, we got Irene on the call right now. Irene, you're next on the Steve Gill Show.